Hi guys, apologies in advance if I ramble. A few nights ago I 29 arrived home from work and heard my wife 28 having a conversation from the bathtub. It turned out to be a muffled sexual conversation with an unknown male. This call lasted 40 minutes and they sounded so comfortable with each other and were laughing. This is what ultimately hurt the most. I didn't initially confront her, but that night I said she seemed distant, and that if she wanted to tell me anything. She initially said there was nothing wrong, but after a bit more probing she said she has been using Kik for a couple of months to sext with other men, as she is often stuck in the house with our 1-year-old child and feels bored. Enjoyed the attention. I'm always at work so can kind of understand her mentality. However, she did not confess to the call in the tub. So I slept downstairs and messaged her that night to say I know what she did and that I was upset she never owned up to calling this man. She apologized and was speechless. She eventually said this man was called Marty and was 33 years old. She found him on Kik and they have been messaging each other since start of year. Every day, every few hours. He lives an hour away from us, but she swore on our kids' lives she never met him. Apparently last week, Marty asked her if he could ring her on Snapchat and get off over the phone to her. She agreed and the first chat was 30 minutes. She said it was primarily sexual. The call from the tub was the second and last call and happened a week later. She swore she knew it was getting out of hand and that she is relieved it's over. She showed me a message the next day of her calling off their online affair and blocked him. She also deleted her Snapchat and Kik. She gave me permission to look through her phone, and when I looked at browser history, she became tense. I saw that 2 hours before I confronted her about the bath call. She had Googled how to hide someone on Snapchat, but not block them. I interpreted this that she knew I was close to finding out about Marty, but she didn't want to ultimately lose their relationship. Yet she swears to me she is relieved they are over and that she wanted to end it ages ago. Her actions don't reflect these sentiments. The thing that hurts the most is that she lied when I laid it out for her on a plate, to be honest. And I truly feel like she would still be messaging him now had I not caught her. This leaves me feeling sick, and the trust in our 8-year-old relationship has been destroyed. I don't think it will ever come back. I can't get over the fact she has been secretly messaging him every day. When I was at work. When I was in same room with her. When we were on family days out. Gross. We have 2 kids and a home. I work hard and perhaps have neglected her needs. I am a reasonable man. However, I feel like she has been consistently deceitful and disrespectful to me. I will add that we have had some amazing sex and became very close after this happened, and I initially did forgive her because despite my hate for her at this moment, I was scared of losing her to him. However, this past day I have become very angry and can't get over the fact she has disrespected me and lied multiple times. I don't want to end our marriage, but I don't know if I'll ever get over this. What should I do, guys? It's the end. Got divorced today. Cheers. I have a lot to say. I'm currently feeling nauseous. My hands shaking as I type this out. I have a lot to say, but I can't. Today's Sunday. A good day. Today's the day my marriage finally ended. Our divorce was finalized today at the first hour, ending after nearly 16 years together. There's mixed feelings inside me. Part of me is glad and part of me is down. I loved that woman. She was the second love of my life. She destroyed me. I have nothing to say. To give you an update, our custody arrangement is something like this. I'm the legal guardian of my son till he's 20. She's the legal guardian of our daughter till she reaches puberty. After that, till her marriage, I'm the legal guardian of her. My daughter will spend these few years with her as she's really just 10 months old. But I can visit her whenever I want to. In my country, birth certificate is out after a child is a year old. So I have yet to sign for it, and I will sign. She's my daughter. I'll have to pay spousal support for her for 3 years. Child support for until my kids are 18. I'm looking at 20% of my income, or around $1K if I out it out correctly altogether. Note, we are from Asia, and 1K USD is worth a lot here. I don't have to pay alimony, just the amount known as dinar, or type of dowry but not dowry. I didn't had to split assets as infidelity is a big factor here, but I offered her one of my apartments not for her but for my daughter. I want my kids to grow up in a nice environment. And although what she did was wrong, I can't put them in danger, which is why I agreed to transfer one of my apartment to her name. So at the very least they won't have to worry about housing. Her side of family disowned her completely, so she will be living all alone. But her mom will be reaching out and her sisters will help her out in taking care of my daughter. My ex-wife talked to me after our divorce. I could clearly see she didn't slept. She thanked me for all these years together, asked my forgiveness, and this time, I told her I did. We both wished each other best of luck and ended things. I know she was sad and heartbroken, I was too. It was probably for the best. I resigned from my job with the amount of property my mom inherited. The job wasn't necessary in the first place. I'm going to take a few months off now. When I signed the finalized papers, it was as if a huge burden just left my body. I'll be seeing my mom in a few hours and spend the night at my house. I remember I told that I won't try dating, and my youth has passed. I'm turning 40 this year. Normally 40 is a time where you begin to plan for your retirement and pave the roads for your kids, the new generation. But it feels like I'm going to restart at 40. I met a cousin of one of my friends on New Year's. She's 29. I was quite impressed with her. She's just ideal. Turns out she was the therapist I was looking for all along, and I can't express it. I saw her again on the 14th of January at a festive. It ended up with us drunk and in bed. I'm not proud of that. I still feel guilty about it. We became friends. I found out she was to get engaged, but her boyfriend died. It took 7 years for her to let go of grief. She tried dating in between, but it wasn't good. My wife knows of her. I don't know how she feels about her. We haven't slept or communicated about us recently. I never even asked her how she felt. It's all a mess. It's been 4 months, and within this time period, a lot has changed. My life changed. My son grew up, and I'm proud of him. I mentioned before I originally had plans to visit Netherlands, but I'm ditching it. This is the place I was born. My forefathers were born and buried. My legacy lies here. I want my sons and their sons to know about our history and legacy. And I certainly don't see how can I achieve that in Netherlands. My girlfriend, therapist, that girl I was talking about, asked to visit, but I declined her offer. Tonight it's just going to be me. I bought Jack Daniels. I don't know what lies ahead down the road. I don't feel better or worse. I'm indifferent. I'm just nauseous, and I want a good sleep. I wish it was all a dream and I could forget it. I don't know if I would ever have good relationship with my brother again, or my mom, or dad, or even my ex-wife. Things would never be the same again. I respect her as the mother of my kids. I will try and be there for her. My ex Phil reached out to me. He told me he's sorry he couldn't be a good father to ensure her daughter's upbringing. Few things in life are meant to be that way. We spend time, money, and effort, and at the end, it isn't even our decision or choice that matters. Such are the sacrifices of both men and women. I admire people. I admire you guys who went through this traumatic period of life. Up until yesterday, there was a constant thought in my head if I made the right decision to divorce. That thought is still in my head. I don't know if I made the right choice. I don't know if I'd ever get over this betrayal. I don't know if I can start over. But for tonight, it's me. My son is with my mom. He will be staying there for the night. This is it, folks. This is it. Cheers to the road ahead, to the life ahead. Cheers to the pain, and cheers to the people that continuously reached out to me. Thank you all.